studying human organization levels of the human body. It's first time it's atoms. Next one it's molecules, organelles, cells, tissues, organs, and organ system. Organ system together it's apparatus, and maybe you know how many systems in a human body. You can now open the chat, or 12 system, yeah? Yeah, great. 12 systems, and half with this system you studied in the last semester, and of information, it's a really what problem, Roma? Why you yeah, okay. 12 system, and this is 12 systems connecting with some apparatus, locomotor or musculoskeletal, bone, joints, and muscle. And maybe you remember how many bones in a human body. Please, you can ask, tell, or
is more than 300.
More 206. Okay, open please the chat, and all time writing or typing in the chat, please some answer. Okay. And great. No, 206. It's correct. 216. 270. It's in a newborn child. And in a birth, next one, it's spontanology. Now you studied part of this spontanology, digestive system, respiratory, urinary, genital, and endocrine glands. In a spontanology, next one, it's a cardiovascular and lymphoid system. Together, it's a heart, vessels, and vessels, it's a blood, lymph vessels, blood vessels, it's a arteries and veins, and nervous system, central and peripheral nervous system, connect with sense organs. This classification was a long time, more than 20 years, but the last year in the human anatomy, in a terminology, it's a 5 biggest part. First part, it's a general anatomy. General anatomy with general terms, general regions, and other. And second part, it's a musculoskeletal system or locomotor apparatus. It's a 3 system together: bones, joints, and muscles. Next one, it's a part 3. Now you located in a part 3 of the big portion of the human anatomy. It's a digestive system, respiratory system, urinary and genital system. And for me, very interesting your version. How many, for example, organs in a digestive system? How many organs in a digestive system? Maybe you have answered typing in a chat of the our meeting. Organs in a digestive system, more than 7. More than 7, it's a not very correct answer. 11. Okay, Alan Rajab, can you ask, tell about these 11 organs in the digestive system? Or writing, typing, if you want. Okay, I looked, maybe typing, yeah. Next one, 10 organs. Which organs? 10 organs in the digestive system. Small large intestine, salivary glands. Okay, oral cavity, esophagus, stomach, small large intestine, pancreas, and liver. Okay, we will talk about
Digestive system. You have the
what?
appe- uh, no, you were mentioning the organs of the digestive system.
Okay, thank you for your answers. Next one, respiratory system, urinary genital system. We will talk about some numbering of the human anatomy, and I hope in the future you will interesting find some numbers in some system. Okay, and when you finish visceral systems or spontanology, we will continue studying integral systems. First, it's a endocrine glands, cardiovascular system, and lymphatic or lymphoid organs. And second integral system, it's a nervous system, sense organ, and integument commune. It's a skin and chest. Now we will have some numbering. It's 12 hours in a watch, for example. First hours, it's a one skeleton. Second, it's a two types of the connection between some bones. It's a real joints or immovable and movable. And number three, it's a muscles or muscular system. And you remember maybe how many types of the muscles present in the human body. Please, I'm waiting your number three. It's great. It's a smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, and yes, smooth cardiac muscle, and third types, please. Skeletal, great. Next one, number four. It's a digestive system. Maybe some student may writing now in the chat 4 organs in the digestive system with 4 parts. For example, first organ with 4 parts in the digestive system, it's stomach. And you can write in stomach, next one, and 4 organs in the 4 parts in the digestive system, please. Next one, respiratory system. Respiratory system, why 5? Because a big portion 5 number present in some structure of the organs of the respiratory system. For example, you know how many right and left lungs have lobes. It's a 2 in the left and 3 in the right. Together it's a 5 lobes. Okay, I looked some person writing 4 parts of the no, not correct. Esophagus, stomach, small and large intestine. On the stomach have 4 parts. And if you remember, next one organ with 4 parts, it's a duodenum, colon, and pancreas too have 4 parts in the future. Okay. Number 6. Number 6, it's it's a urinary system. Urinary system with 6 organs. We will ask about this. Next one, 7. It's a genital system. What? In the genital system, number 7, very interesting for remembering for not only Latin language name of the in a Latin language, in a Greek language, very important two names. For example, vagina, maybe some person remember. What name vagina in Greek language? Kolpos. It is inflammation of the mucous membrane in the vagina. And next one, vulva external, vagina, colpus, uterus, delphus, and other tuba-uterina. Maybe remember tuba-uterina in Latin language. Salpinx. Salpingitis, inflammation of the uterine tube. And ovary, in the future you will study in this too. Next one, endocrine organs, very interesting endocrine organs. Endocrine organs number 8 and 8 endocrine glands, and with endocrine function, mixed function, you will study it. Number 9, lymphatic and cardiovascular system. Number 11, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system together. It was nervous system. And number 12, it's sense organs, very popular when connecting different sense organs. It's a 3D format. And some variant 12 system in ours in a next one, you looked in a planet of the space, and with some small planet near this is, and its variant when human body, it's a real space, and maybe you have other variant for presentation human body system. I will looked in my email, and maybe some person sent other version. It's a motor of the cars and 12 system in this variant, and some GIF you can use and other. Okay, next one. We very quickly replay information about locomotor apparatus. It's bones, joints, and muscles. It was first part, and you very quickly studied this information, and very good if you will use some schematic version of the pictures with numbering. For example, skeletal system, it's together into 206 bone. Next one, skull and associated bone, it's a 29 bones, 22 in a real skull, and hyoid and ear bones in the temporal bone. It's plus 7 bones in a skull. Next one, thoracic cage. Thoracic cage with 1 sternum and 24 ribs. And axial skeleton, it's a skull, thoracic cage, and vertebral column. 26 vertebrae present in our vertebral column. You will ask me, but vertebrae more later. It's a real, but all bones in adult, it's a 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbal, and 1 sacrum, because in adult it's a 1 bone, and 1 coccyx. Next one, appendicular skeleton. It's a 2 parts. It's an upper limb and lower limb. In the upper limb, present pectoral girdle with 2 bones, clavicle and scapula, and free part of the upper limb. It's will be humerus, radius, ulna, carpal bones, metacarpal, and phalanges. And in a lower limb, two present pelvic girdle or single membrane inferioris and free part of the lower limb with hip bone, femur, patella, tibia, fibula, tarsal, and metatarsal, and phalanges. Next one, you very good understand osteology. It's a big science about bones, arthrology, about connection or joints, unitura, and myology. It's about muscles in the human body. This other variant, this is table, subtotal bones of the axial skeleton 80 and subtotal appendicular skeleton 126. Together it's 206 bones, and these numbers very important for remembering in the future. And you know, first time birth and child to 1 year, it's in some position horizontal, next one moving and stay, and Homo erectus, it's a really big function in a human body. And some locomotor apparatus have active and passive part. Active part, it's the muscles, passive part, bones and joints, and skeleton with axial and appendicular regions, some numbering with in and classification to the shirt, shirt bone, long bone, irregular, systematic, flat bone, and in all bones presents special cavity, for example, cavity in a skull to the brain. Next one, some orbits, it's a special fossa for eyes in the oral cavity and nasal cavity. All this cavity and fossas, especially for different organs. One bones in a human body not connected with other bones, it's a hyoid bone. And very important moment, it's you can visit website. I demonstrate now, this is page, and the moment. In a website, if you located in a pages basic X-ray, the big person, some X-ray examination in a different regions in the human body. It's a not only skull, it's a for example urinary system, and visualization different organs. Some information with this presentation will present in a exam, and very good if you really will use this information. And now I will send to you in a chat these pages, and you can open and find some information about X-ray examination, some organs. So next one, it's for example, X-ray examination of the skull, and you remember it's for sinus, very important in the skull. Sinus, it's a special cavity with air in the norm. When in this is present some portion of the lymphocyte, it's a big portion after inflammation in the mucous membrane of the sinus. It's a big problem with very big pain. And frontal sinus, sphenoidal sinus, ethmoidal, and biggest it's a maxillary sinus. Other name maxillary sinus. It's a Guymer sinus, and inflammation of the maxillary sinus have name Guymeritis. It's a big portion left side in this sinus. So next one we have joints and joint or articulation. It's a junction between two or more bones, and it's a real joint in the human body. More than 230 joints in the body, but it's not only joints, it's a connection with syndesmosis, synostosis, synchondrosis, and other. So very interesting, for example, elbow joint, and it's a cubital joint. Cubital joint, you know, it's a tree joint between humerus, radius, and ulna, and very good if you stand humeral radialis joint, humeral ulnar joint, and radio-ulnar proximal joint. It's a joints in a cubital region. One with different joints. Muscles, it's three types, and muscle especially for moving our body in a space. And you know, present some variant is a different locomotion. Locomotion, it's a two types. One moment, it's a locomotion when body moving in a one point to other point. And deformatic locomotion, it's when we have in our hand or neck, leg, some moving, but we stay in a one position. So muscle system, muscle system, muscular system have function. It's a work with skeletal system to provide voluntary movements, help to circular blood, and move food through the digestive system. Have three types: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac muscle. And this is different vision in a histological, and together locomotor apparatus, it's a musculoskeletal apparatus or musculoskeletal system. Next one, it's a big parts of the spontanology. Spontanology have some systems. First time it's a digestive system. Digestive system you've about organs, yeah. First time mouse, in a mouse present tongue, plus salivary glands. How many salivary glands? Please write it now in the chat. Who have some information about salivary glands? Please, number 3. But what is the name? This is salivary glands. In a picture, you look parotid, sublingual, and submandibular gland. It's a 3 salivary gland. Remember, please. Next one, it's a pharynx. Pharynx, it's an organ with 3 parts, esophagus with 3 parts, stomach with 3 parts, and liver, right and left part, but 4 lobes in the liver will present. So next one, it's a pancreas. Pancreas too have 4 parts, and small and large intestine. It's a tubal organs with 3 parts. Who remember parts of the small intestine? Please write in small intestine now in the chat. Small intestine, intestine, and duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Very good. Thank you so much, Adnan and Savia Saran. I looked you very quickly. Have answer to this question. It's a very good. And large intestine. Large intestine, three parts. For me, interesting your version. Three parts of the large intestine, please. I'm waiting in the chat. Colon, rectum, canal. It's a mistake. Abdul this cecum, ascending colon, mistake. Anal, canal, duodenum. It's a not part of the large intestine. Sorry, listen. Colon, rectum, and anal. No, not. It's a mistake. Duodenum, jejunum, ileum. It's a small intestine. We have answered about large intestine. Please remember the large intestine. Have three parts. The large intestine have three parts. It's a cecum, colon, and rectum. Three parts in large intestine. Please remember this information, and I will talk about this too. Cecum, colon, and rectum. Cecum starting after ileum. Cecum with appendix. Next one, it's a colon. Colon, ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid part with four parts of the colon. And anal canal, it's a part of the rectum. Rectum have ampulla and anus. In the anus present anal canal. And for remembering, very simple method for remembering, really for remembering digestive tract, very simple in the fingers. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. First, it's a digestive tract starting in the oral cavity, finish in a anal canal in the rectum. Number two organs in the digestive system have two parts. In a start, in a finish. In a start, it will be oral cavity. Oral cavity with vestibulum and oral cavity propria or main part where located tongue. And in a finish, it's a rectum with ampulla and anus, two parts. Next one, what is number 3 in the digestive system? It's all organs with tubal form have have three parts. For example, pharynx have nasal, oral, and laryngopharynx, three parts of the pharynx. Esophagus, tubal organ or not? Yes. Cervical, thoracic, and abdominal part of the esophagus. Next one, stomach. It's a non-tubal organ and have four parts, and four organs with four parts. It's a stomach, pancreas, duodenum, and colon. Next one, after stomach, we'll continue in a small intestine. Small intestine with duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. And large intestine, we replay information. It's a tubal organs with cecum, colon, and rectum. Please remember this information. I hope in the future you will use this method for presentation and remembering some information about structure of the
아유, 매체 모바일 미팅 있으면 되지. 모바일 운전면 되지.
What question, Juana? Who?
No, please turn off the microphone.
Okay, no problem. If you have some question and maybe you find some different method for remembering different system, you can talk about this in a lecture, and you can write in my email list. And in a digestive system, connect with respiratory system region, nasal cavity and oral cavity, and together very important moment, it's a pharyngeal, lingual, palatine, and tubal tonsils. You know, pharyngeal tonsils, it's adenoids. Nasal cavity, first parts of the respiratory system, you know, nose, next one, vestibulum, nasal cavity propria, and nasal cavity connect with sinus, four sinuses of the skull. Next one is a pharynx, three parts, nasal, oral, and laryngopharynx. Next, larynx with two parts, vestibulum and infraglottic cavity. Maybe you know how many parts in a trachea, please. Who remember how many parts in a trachea?
I think 3. No, yeah.
No, 2. Cervical and thoracic. It's a 2 parts in a trachea, and please remember 2 parts in a trachea: cervical and thoracic part. Next one, it's a 2 bronchus, 2 main bronchus after bifurcation of the trachea, and main bronchus delayed in a lobarus bronchus in lungs. And next one, it's a lungs. And very important moment, it's a mediastinum. Mediastinum in organs: nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchus, and lungs with alveoli. And you remember diaphragm, it's some line between chest and abdominal cavity. Next one, it's very some variant, it's very hard but very important. It's a delayed trachea, main bronchus. Next one, bronchus, bronchioles, and capillaries to alveolus in a distal lung, and the proximal lung, and distal in a distals in a distance located in a ending point. Yeah. So number 6, it's a very interesting but very simple for remembering. It's 2 kidney, 2 ureters, 1 urinary bladder, and 1 urethra. Together it's a number 6, and very good if you remember and have association with urinary system. It's number 6. When we looked in some variant, it's may present ureters and it's urinary bladder here. Yes, some your association work, and you replace this information after long time. And big portion blood moving in a kidney, and after this in a kidney, maybe you remember how many segments in a kidney. Who remember how many segments in a kidney?
2. No.
No,
3.
Mistake. Not 4.
You have the cortex and medulla.
Number 5, yeah. 5 segment in a right kidney, 5 segment in a left kidney. And okay, how many segments in one lung?
I think the right lung is 3 and the left of the lung is 2.
Looks, it says how many segments?
10.
10, yes, right and left lungs have 10 segments, remember please. Okay, how many segments in liver? Liver, heifer. It's a number 8, yes. For remembering, 2 lungs with 10. In a liver, it's a 8, and 5 in a kidney, right and left. Please remember this information because it's very important for understanding some function and some disorders too. And urinary bladder, you remember trigonum of the urinary bladder. It's a structure where opened two ureter and starting urethra. And this is places, urinary trigonum, it's a places without submucous membrane and without pleats when absent urine in urinary bladder. And very important moment, it's a long urethra in a male and in a female very short, 3-4 centimeters. It's some reason when more than male organism, cystitis, inflammation of the urinary bladder mucous membrane, because very short way to ascending part moving infection to this is mucous membrane. So genital systems, male and female, it's ending part of the visceral Spontanology, and you looked very important moment in a genital system present now abdominal pelvic cavity. A long time it was not terminology terms, but now abdominal pelvic cavity. What does it mean, abdominal pelvic cavity? It's when in abdomen connect with pelvic cavity. Long time asking about abdominal cavity, and other part it's was cavity of the small pelvic. But now it's talked about and have terms abdominal pelvic cavity. It's very good, it's very correct. And in abdominal pelvic cavity present 7 organs of the male genital system, 2 testes, or maybe you know testes in a Greek language. It's orchitis, inflammation of the testes, and vesica seminalis, glandular bulbourethrones, and prostata. It's only 7 glands. Next one, 7 organs. Penis, scrotum, ductus deferens, pair organ, and testis and epididymis. It's organs of the genital male system. And we replay vulva, vagina, uterus, tuba uterina, and ovary. It's genital organs in a female organism. In a practice, really very important when you understand where produced, for example, spermatozoids, spermatozoon. Next one, what weighs spermatozoids after special tubules to the prostata. Next one, after prostata, moving to the urethra, and when present erection, moving in vagina when present sexual contact. As a variant, in female, it's an external organ, vulva, vagina, tubal organs. Next one, uterus, two fallopian tube, and ovary. And weighs eggs of the ovary when present spermatozoid and places where meeting this spermatozoid with ovary. It's very important, and ways to uterus mucous membrane or to the external with menstrual cycle. It's different and but very important ways. And if you will find some pictures, very good if you have two system, male and female, together, because you can look some same forms but some differences. And some information about endocrine glands. Endocrine glands, it's a first part in the integral system, first in a human anatomy, modern human anatomy. And I looked you smart student, and you will remember pituitary gland, pineal body or pineal gland, thyroid gland, accessory thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, accessory parathyroid gland, and suprarenal gland or adrenal gland, and pancreatic islet. It's real endocrine glands. If endocrine very simple for remembering, it's located in head, in the neck, in the trunk. And some pictures, time to time, you will look, and I have some proposition to you. All time look in a different pictures and looking with critics. And for example, pineal gland, yes, it's a real endocrine gland. Hypothalamus, it's a part of the central nervous system. It's not really endocrine glands, but present hypothalamo-hypophyseal connection. Pituitary gland, yes. Thyroid gland, but absent parathyroid gland, yes. Thymus, pancreas, adrenal glands, and ovary and testes. It's some organs in endocrine glands, and in a modern terminology, these organs present in integral system, endocrine glands, hypophysis, glandular thyroidea, you looked, and other, glandular supranalis, and paraganglia. I have some proposition to you. Maybe some student make presentation about paraganglia to next week. Who leader in your all course?
I am.
Okay, Shadi, yeah? Shadi, I have some question. You have this lecture in the same time every week, or after 1 week you have other question, subject?
No, we have it like every week at 10:05.
Every week in this is time, in this is semester will human anatomy, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I have proposition for all course. Maybe some student make 12 slides, a presentation with 12 slides, your vision, 12 system of the human body. I'm demonstrate today this information, and I have present to the best presentation some students.
We have done this kind of presentation in
12 slides about 12 systems of the human body.
Yes, doctor, can you send it to us? This is PDF today.
PDF you can send to my email, Kovalchuk.anatom.ua, about all feedback.anatom.ua. Okay.
Okay.
So we have some times to continue it, and I have present to the best presentations. This is book for students who makes the best presentation, and it's I have some present for this student. Time to time I will make some concourse in a lecture, and I hope you will connect to this concourse. You know, some person stay winner because really used some lottery and have all time present in a different course, and I hope you understand. If you really now will make some variant for this concourse, it's very good for you. And long time, this is 12 slides, you can download some information, biggest and biggest, bigger and bigger, and after finish human anatomy, you will have very good your vision of the human anatomy, and you can demonstrate this is presentation in a different places when present. You will be in a 5-6 course, or are you finish? You are finished. Will finish university, and you all time will connect with first course, with schools, and different child and other, and it's very good when you have your vision and your presentation about human body. Starting, please make this presentation today and send to the 1st February to my email, and I will look winner in this concourse. Okay. Okay, and all organs have location, have glands or cells, and chemical classes for this is secrets. And this variant, endocrine system, endocrine system, really it's some mistakes, because endocrine glands with endocrine function. It's other variant when asked about, for example, reproductive system. It's two mistakes: genital system with reproductive function. Understand me, yeah? And some other organs, but very, but two have produced. Yes. Okay, when you send in a Sunday, yeah, you can send this presentation in a Sunday. It will be okay, and after 1 week, I will presentate your version, the best presentation about 12 system, and you can. I open your presentation, and you have 5 minutes in a lecture about your vision of the human body. I will next one slide, and you will ask about your vision. It's a May video. It's a May used not only presentation. It's you can find in our world everyone about number 5 or about number 12. And your representative human body systems in your vision, for me, very interesting. It will be interactive with student, and I very like when students really find different way to very simple understanding of the human anatomy. So, cardiovascular system, it's a second part of the integral systems. Why integral system first? You looked endocrine, cardiovascular, and lymphoid. In all this system present some liquid. For example, in a secret of the glands. Next one, it's a blood in the cardiovascular system, and lymph or plasma of the lymphoid organs. And first integral system, it's a when integrated, really integrated with different other system with liquid. If you looked in a integral system second, it's a nervous sense organs and skin and chest. It's really will be very important in this. It's a ways with nervous nerves and different ways when impulse moving in a different nervous fibers. So cardiovascular system have some very important 9 parts. First, it's a blood, artery, blood vessels, vascular plexus, capillary vein, lymphatic vessels, lymph, and heart. First main organs really will be heart, but some students all the time ask blood vessels. It's only artery and veins, but present big portion lymph vessels and lymph vessels. It's in a lymph system. And lymphatic system. It's a some mistake because lymph organs have lymphatic organs with some lymph and lymph moving after some organs in a thymus, lymph nodes, and other. So very important, it's a moving. This is lymph and integral system. Second, it's will be nervous system, sense organs, and intercommune central and peripheral nervous system. Total nervous system is a part of an animal's body that coordinated its behavior and transmits a signal between different body areas. Really, reflection, it's a main function of the human body. Without reflexia, absent good contact, for example, now, I'm lecturer, I'm professor, and I'm student, but I'm ready will student for you, and when you make some very good information and very good your vision in a different method for studying, for me it will be interesting. I'm ready to feedback with you. So sense organs. You know, the biggest organ in our body, what is it?
Liver.
No.
Intestine, I think.
What?
Intestines.
No, intestines. No. Biggest organ in a human body.
The skin.
Skin, yes. Thank you, Abdul Karim.
The
Skin, more than 2 kilograms and more than 2 meters quadrate. It's a skin in our body. It's the biggest organ in our body, and all touch. It's a real touch with when you touch with some structure. Other variant, thermo touching. You understand, for you comfortable or very cold. It's a connect with your skin. Next one, the biggest part information really now, it's with your vision, with your eyes, and very tired in the ending part of the day. It's your vision and very popular now. It's hearing sound, and if you used sound and close your eyes and understand some information with hearing, it's very good now, because it's other sense organs connect, and you your eyes will be happy because you know download some information after vision. Next one, taste and smell, and together it's a 5D. Yes, 5D. It's a one variant when present 5 sense organs, but vestibular apparatus two very important, and really it's a big portion information. You will study it in the next one practical lesson. So, dear students, we remember when starting Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, and this is Homo sapiens located in some same position. It's a big person time. Together with you, we will have lecture with some position. I hope you will have physical training, and you keep your balance. May train it your organism location in this position.